Welcome to my Novice Investor Series, an 8-episode guide designed to help you set up an account and start investing. This isn't investing advice, it's investing education. If you're new to the stock market, I'm here to help you understand how the stock market works, how to open an account, and get started. You can do this even if you've always let someone else manage your money. You can do this even if you have only a little to invest, or you come from a family that never invested. If you want to take control of your financial future, I'll empower you with the knowledge you need to get started. You don't need to be an expert to make informed decisions. With the right basics, you'll feel confident about getting started, managing your investments, and building a plan that fits your budget and your goals. Whether you choose and follow a simple strategy or you continue learning and add to your investing playbook, the key to success is to stop waiting on the sidelines and take the first step. I'm Patricia Saylor, Managing Partner of Saylor Financial Fundamentals. As a retired educator and seasoned investor, I've helped students worldwide with my courses, online coaching, and book for novice investors and novice options traders. In this series, I'll guide you through essential concepts and terminology so you can take those first steps, make smart investment choices, and avoid being misled by bad advice. Ready to take control? Let's get going. Let me quickly explain how things are set up here. Each episode covers a basic investing topic. We'll start with a story about Alyssa, who, like many of you, is learning to invest. After we cover the topic of the day, you'll get a list of terminology, an assessment to check your understanding, and a task to apply what you've learned. Did I mention I worked 30 years in education? Yes, that means homework, and I expect you to do it. You can upload your answers in the comments, and I promise I'll read them. Not sure of the definitions or the assessment answers? No problem. You can review the video or head over to my website to request a free glossary and answer key. I'll send it straight to your inbox. In this episode, you'll meet Alyssa, whose investing journey runs through my book and this series. Alyssa faced the same doubts many of you have, whether she could really do this on her own. Your homework at the end of this episode is a checklist to see if you're ready to invest. Spoiler, if you have $100 and internet access and a bank account, you're good to go. Stay with me through episode 2, where we'll dive into the stock market, what it is, how it works, and what it can mean for you. And if you stick with me through all 8 episodes, you'll end up with a funded account containing a growth stock, a dividend player, and an ETF you've chosen yourself, a solid understanding of stock market investing, a basic investing vocabulary, and, most importantly, a plan to build your wealth step by step. So let's meet Alyssa. While I tell you about her, pay attention to any words you don't understand. If you are new to this, there may be a lot of them, but don't worry. By the time you finish episode 8, come back and listen to this story again. I bet everything will make sense. In 1990, Alyssa's grandmother spent $227 on 10 shares of Coca-Cola stock, setting the dividends to reinvest automatically. She told Alyssa, "Don't sell this stock. Preserve the gift, and someday you can pass it on to a younger family member." Over the years, Alyssa watched as the value grew, each reinvested dividend adding more to the original gift. When she grew up, attended college, and started her first job, Alyssa occasionally considered selling the Coca-Cola stock to fund things that she wanted or needed. But she chose to honor her grandmother's wisdom by leaving the shares untouched in her account. By 2022, that initial $227 investment had grown to nearly $10,000, generating over $300 annually in dividends, money she continued to reinvest in the same stock. Alyssa's journey didn't end there. She continued to make smart financial choices like maxing out her employer's 401k match, contributing to her Roth IRA, and living within her means. When she received a $25,000 inheritance after her grandmother passed away, she knew how to make the most of it. She used part of it for a down payment on her first home and invested the rest in the stock market, ensuring her financial future would be secure. She eventually even learned to use safe options trading strategies to boost her returns by a few percentage points a year. But in her taxable brokerage account, she kept her grandmother's Coca-Cola stock. Every quarter, the dividends continued to reinvest, slowly increasing her holdings and her dividend payments. Alyssa's story demonstrates that small, consistent actions, or sometimes the decision to simply leave things alone, can lead to significant long-term gains. As we continue through this series, we'll explore more of Alyssa's journey to financial independence. I hope her experience will inspire you to set your own path toward building wealth. As we wrap up this introduction, I have a checklist for you to see if you're ready to start investing. This first episode doesn't have a vocabulary list or a set of test questions. Those start in episode 2. But do check out the list and in the comments, share your answer to number 6. Your assignment today is to decide if you are ready to begin. Read these 10 questions with me and see how many of your answers are yes. If you can answer yes to even half of these, congratulations, you are ready to start your investing journey. Do you have a smartphone, tablet, or computer and access to an internet connection? Do you have at least $100 that you can invest and leave alone for at least 3 years? Are you comfortable with not touching that money for a while? Do you have a bank account? Can you commit to learning basic concepts like what a stock is and how the market works? Do you have a financial goal, even a simple one like saving for the future? Are you okay with seeing your investment balance go up and down over time? Can you commit to investing regularly, even if it's a small amount each month? Do you have at least 10 minutes a week to check on your investments? And do you have a trusted source for learning more about investing? See, I told you you're ready to get started. So drop a comment telling me about your investing goal, then click right over to episode 2, where I'll introduce you to the stock market, tell you what kinds of companies you can invest in, and make sure you understand what a share of stock actually is. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel for more tips on investing and options trading. For more resources, check out the links in the description.